Hello, I'm gonna do a deck tech video because I'm taking apart a deck that I really like, but I'm doing an updated version, so I figured I would do a video showing the deck off before it is nothing anymore. The deck is called WHABAM, and it actually got some pretty good feedback over the internet on a couple sites that I posted over. So, anyways, this is WHABAM. It basically gets out ridiculously big stuff really fast, like Emrakul turn 3 and stuff. So, to start off with land base, you start with 4 Forbidden Orchard, and this allows you to get your colors that you need. It also combos with a card very well later on in the deck. So, play set 4 of them. And then you've got... I could have sworn that I had a play set of these. You want a playset of Breeding Pool because the deck's blue-green and it goes amazing in the deck. You definitely want one of the beta lands over this, but not everyone has that much money. Verdant Catacombs, this is a proxy because it's in one of my other decks right now. And this will fetch for a Breeding Pool. You'll have to pay 3 life to activate it, but the getting dual mana and the ability to have it as a forest is well worth it in the deck. You want 4 of them, of course, but I don't have 4, I only have 1. Could have sworn I have a play set of these as well. Hinterland Harbors. And the reason why these are really good is because it goes with Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool being a forest. This will come into play untapped if you have it in play already. City of Brass, I just had one lying around, so it fit with my dual mana fixing. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 forest. The deck doesn't get too tripped up over not having dual colors too bad, because there are mana fixers in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands. Just basic island. Then you've got 4 Auguries, and that just serves to dig through the deck a little and arrange the cards on the top. You could run 4 Brainstorms. If you've got lots of fetch lands, Brainstorms work really well with it, because you can shuffle away cards that you don't want in your hand, like your fatties. If you don't have a lot of fetch lands, then I actually prefer Preordains. Because if you don't have a lot of fetch lands and you do use Brainstorm, then all you're doing is putting your fatties in like a couple cards deep, and you're probably just going to draw them again. And these are the mana fixers. Play set of 4 Birds of Paradise. It's one of the standard mana fixers in the game. Play set of Arbor Elf. Noble Hierarch will do better in the deck. but the Arbor Elves, with your breeding pools being forest, you can untap breeding pool and it's almost as good, but like a lot cheaper on your wallet. Playset of Wall of Blossoms. There's gonna be lots of different cards that are better slotted for this, but this is pretty budget-y, so just the ability to dig into your deck for that extra card is good. Also, it being a green creature, it combos well with another card later on. 2 Divining Tops. Anyone that plays Magic should have at least 3 Divining Tops in their collection. They just go in every deck for 1 mana. It's just too good. Again, just a proxy, but that goes Mirrig's Skyle. This card is very, very comparable to Divining Top. The only reason that Divining Top is better in lots of cases is because it's an artifact, it's colorless, it'll fit into any deck, whereas Guile is green, so you gotta run green. But the fact that Divining Top costs mana to divine the top 3, whereas Mirrig's Guile will do it for free, puts you ahead on your mana. But then again, you can't draw a card with Guile like you can with Divining Top. You tap it and draw your card and switch them. So, everyone should consider these. And then your full play set of Natural Order. This is going to be the bank breaker for most people on this deck, because these are like quite expensive each. And unfortunately, these are the cards that I'm trading away to complete the updated version. The updated version doesn't run these at all, and I need the money to get those new cards. So, basically what you do with these is you sacrifice any of your 1-drop mana producers. Turn 3, you switch out and go for the biggest green creature in your deck, which is coming up. And another play set of Defense of the Heart. This is proxy because it's in the other deck, so I'll just show you these. And these are hilarious because they search for 2 cards and put them into play. They also combo amazingly with Defense of the Heart, because this puts a creature into play under their control, and then this punishes them for it. So, these 2 cards, you gotta have them. Now we're getting into the things that you're going to search for. I only have 3 things in the deck that we search for. Progenitus. You can fetch this with Natural Order because it is green. So, turn 3, Natural Order, Progenitus. It's awesome. Or you can also fetch this with Natural Order. There are bigger things than this, bigger, more threatening things than this, but say you already got your Progenitus out with Defense of the Heart, so now you have nothing else to fetch for with a natural order, then this is going to be your best bet. And of course, Emrakul. This deck would be silly not to run Emrakul, and this goes with Defense of the Heart. You can't fetch it with natural order, but yeah, Defense of the Heart, if you go search for these two, put them directly into play, you're golden. And then, Four Fogs. I just found people were trying to kill me off too quickly. Also, just quickly I'm getting rid of these cards as well, and people might be interested in what they are. Basically, Blind Obedience. Stuff comes into play tapped. Imposing Sovereign. Imposing Sovereign stuff also comes into play tapped. And play set of Meek Stones. Stuff does not untap, which can be really, really frustrating for people. This is another card that I was running in the deck that had that combo. And yeah, basically anything that comes into play tapped and then you destroy it. It's really, really annoying deck for people. Show you some sample solitaire games of this deck, just to show you some reliability and how the deck plays out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See what we got. That's pretty good. So, like I said, I've got a couple proxies in here just because they're in my EDH deck right now. So, turn 1, we're gonna go Breeding Pool, I take 2 damage, tap it for an Arbor Elf. Turn 2, draw. Tap these 2 for Wall of Blossoms, drawing a card from Wall of Blossoms ability, sweet. And turn 3, that's a draw. Unfortunately, you never want to draw one of those. We could play Forbidden Orchard, tap for 3 mana, tap the Arbor Elf to untap Breeding Pool, which is a forest, and then tap it again, producing 4 mana. And we could go ahead and play Defense of the Heart turn 3, and then turn 4, untap. Hopefully they've got 3 creatures with Defense of the Heart giving them +1. Actually, since the turn phase goes untap, upkeep, draw, we could even untap and then tap it before our upkeep, giving them another one, so they only really need to play 1 creature. But hopefully this is going to set off letting us search our library for any 2 creatures and put them into play. And that right there is going to be Progenitus and Emrakul into play. Shuffle the library. And then, since we just untapped, we could just tap again to play Natural Order, killing like a Wall of Blossoms to search our library for World Spine, put that into play as well, all 3 of them. Unfortunately, I drew World Spine, so that's not really an option right now. But that's basically the gist of how the deck works, just very fast and does stuff.